What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug. Welcome back to Wrestling Revolution 3D on the PC. Today, tag team match. Play a triple threat versus the Gold Standard. Me and my partner, Braun Strowman, also who is in the ring right now. Also, what is going on? I don't know, but welcome. We have Randy Orton and I would assume Shelton Benjamin are the Gold Standard. So, sure, that's somewhat logical, I suppose. I welcome you to a fine Tuesday here on the program. Is that Steve Blackman in the ring? I don't know, man. With this game, it's hard to tell. But here we are, Attack Slug, Braun Strowman, with Booker T in our corner, and Finn Balor waiting in the wings, as we saw yesterday on the video. Go watch that video. But here we are, me and Braun doing things. Who is the third team? Wait, is there no third team? Oh, okay. Yes, Minoru Suzuki, this show is dedicated to. I don't believe that he's actually dead, because I think he would put death into a Gotch-style pile driver, but you know, that kind of is what it is. And he will be missed by all. I don't see a health bar for you, so I'm not sure what's going on here, but now I'm getting suplexed, so I don't know anymore, man. I don't know. Anyway, follow up on the G1 from yesterday, the finals. I'm going to spoil it. So if you haven't watched it yet, then don't watch this part of the video. But the G1 finals, if you watch that tag match with the Bullet Club versus Ishii, Yoshihashi, and Kenta, guess who turned heel? It was Kenta. Guess who joined Bullet Club? It was Kenta. The whole thing was like, mwah, perfect. It was so good because this whole G1... the Japanese fans did not want to get behind Kenta. He was never a New Japan guy. He was a rival. He was from Noah back in the day, right? So they didn't want to get behind him, and so therefore turning him heel is perfect. It works so well, and having him turn heel and then start beating up the young lions from the LA dojo, and then out comes Shibata, and the crowd lost their absolute minds at that, and then Shibata, who has been retired because of the brain injury, starts getting physical, like that. It was so good. And then Bullet Club, the numbers game, and it ends with Kenta doing Shibata's pose, sitting on his chest, was just so absolutely perfect. Like, it was so good. And the crowd was just behind it completely, and it was, yeah. Watch that thing. Like I said, watch those tag matches. That one is important. It's important. So... now, I don't know. Will they ever actually clear Shibata to work a match again with his issues? I have my doubts, considering how serious the issues they were. He is lucky to be alive. Stunner. But if they did, if he's actually cleared, then man, that's a great thing. And like that whole G1, the fans are kind of like, oh, well, Shibata brought him in, so we really can't boo him that hard because we like Shibata, right? Randy Orton, Slug Driver. 1, 2. That's all it takes. Just one. Attack Slug and Braun Strowman are your victors. That whole angle was booked pretty much perfectly, and I loved it. Oh, that was interpromotional because of Randy Orton and Shelton Benjamin. I totally didn't even realize. Randy Orton damaged the reputation of SmackDown. So the fact that the fans kind of already wanted to boo Kenta, putting him in Bullet Club and making him a dickhead, it just works. Andrade renewed his deal on SmackDown Live. Samir Singh has benefited by being friends with Goldust. New Japan crowned Michael Elgin, boo, and Goto as their new tag team champions. And the return of the 10-man countdown elimination, aka the Royal Rumble, the 10-man Royal Rumble. Let's do it. But yes, your G1 winner, as a lot of folks had hypothesized going into the finals, was Ibushi. So kudos to Kota going to the Tokyo Dome to challenge for the IWGP title. Now then, speaking of that title though, Minoru Suzuki wants his shot after pinning Okada in one of those Brock Lesnar in one of those tag team matches on the day of the finals. And certainly we've seen Suzuki and Okada go to a time limit draw, so he is definitely competitive with Okada. But yeah, kind of just a filler feud for the summer, I suppose. And there you go. So me and Brock starting off in this 10-man Royal Rumble elimination type deal. Now then, it is Tuesday, which means that Monday Night Raw was last night. And some things happened as they were still in Toronto for Raw and obviously for SmackDown this evening. So, first and foremost, they have announced next week on Raw the return of King of the Ring. So, I personally would prefer to see King of the Ring as a... No, Brock, no! No! Don't you get me out! Don't you get me out! Haha! I prefer to see King of the Ring as a pay-per-view instead of a one-night Raw deal. But look, it's still King of the Ring. I still do enjoy a good King of the Ring tournament. That stuff's awesome. So I'll be curious who our next king is. Because the previous king was King Barrett, and he's not there anymore. So, you know, we need a new reigning king from King of the Ring. So, looking forward to that immensely. Immensely. But also, yeah, Brock, I'm in that armbar. So that's next week. Now then, speaking of... Wait, what? Okay. He just tapped in the armbar, the cross arm breaker. Here comes Stephanie McMahon as the third member of this. What is even happening with this game? I don't know, but Steph, guess what? This ain't over. And you're next. And face Steph. Oh, you're already like, from that war we had yesterday. From that war. When you tapped out, you're already next, Steph. This is already going to happen. Brock, you need to leave. And, we'll see what goes on. Anyway, Brock, though. Speaking of Brock, Brock is not being allowed to have his rematch against Seth for that Universal title, right? And to me, that says, hey, if he's not allowed to get that match with Seth, and we have the wild card, and we have SmackDown on Fox, what are the chances we get Brock on Fox on SmackDown October the 4th? That to me seems like a shoo-in at this point. But hey, what do I know? I've been saying Brock on that episode for months now. It needs to happen. Kips up. Pinfall. No pinfall. How is there a rope break in this match? How is that even a thing, Steph? I don't understand how that is a thing, but 18 on the clock until our next competitor. So, we open the show with Rollins and AJ. Want to see who is the best champion, so we're going to have a match later on in the show to see who is the best champion of champions. That sounds familiar. And, that's fine, you know, that's was what it was. Oh, yes! Matt Hardy, former tag team champion with Jim Ross, is here in the building. And, he's getting that title for reasons. And Steph out at 2. So perhaps it is just a pinfall elimination, and that's going to be not as fun or interesting, but it is what it is. So, they had Samoa Joe attack Sami Zayn, right? And I'm like, Joe's a heel, and Sami's a heel. But then got on the mic and was like, you know what? All you fans, I don't like you either. So, if you have Joe as somebody who just hates everybody, that's a pretty good gimmick to have. So, if that is their direction, then yes, I am all for that. Thumbs up on that bit of business. So give me heel Joe hating everybody. Why is the Andre thing here in the middle of the ring? I can't even pick it up. It's just in the middle of the ring. This game is just a mess. Sometimes. Most times. I don't know. Anyhow, they did have, as promised, The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Miz won that match. Dolph continues his gimmick of being like, hey, even though you beat me, you couldn't beat me. Which is, look, it's something to do, so I'm not going to complain. It's kind of funny. But Dolph with the line of the night saying, you aren't even the best wrestler in your family. Maurice is better than you. That was really funny. Like, not true, but really funny. Speaking of Sami Zayn, he is here in the building. Hey, Sami. Oh. Anyhow, Elias and Ricochet. Who wants to botch with Elias? Botched moves in the match and a botched finish, and the ref counted 3 anyway, so I'm sure we'll see it again next week for a clean finish, perhaps. But that's what happened there. Death Rider from your boy Attack Slug. The Death Rider. Now then, they are still continuing this 2 out of 3 falls stuff, and I thought they had toned it down, but it's still happening at least once a show, it seems like, which is crazy. But I'm not going to complain getting more Andrade and Rey Mysterio. And that seems to be going somewhere, as Andrade went 2 straight falls. Just crushed him in 2 straight falls. And there were some post-match comments from Rey that seemed a little bit like, is he getting ready to retire? Like, what's going on with Rey, right? And I'm still saying that you should totally have a nice double team maneuver 3D. That you should have a hair versus mask match. That should happen. If you don't do it, you're messing up. Because it would be amazing with those two. So here's hoping, man. Here is hoping. But at the time being, it's kind of like, alright, we'll see where it goes. Because it's kind of not really where it needs to be just yet. Anyhow, we had Stone Cold Skype Austin on Skype to pimp his show and be like, yeah, I like Seth Rollins, he's pretty good. That's fine, whatever. Tell me who next. Tell me who next. It is Zack Ryder. Woo, woo, woo. You know it, bro. Where am I, bro? I'm lost. I'm lost. The suplex from Matt Hardy. 1 count. Thank God. Thank God, Matt Hardy. Thank God. Just give me fighting somebody. Fighting spirit on somebody. There. Double team maneuver on Sami Zayn. Pin him. 1, 2. And there goes Sami Zayn. Eliminated. Ha ha. We did that. But somebody got Steph, man. She has, like, nothing. She's got nothing. And she's hanging in here because she is a McMahon, and that needs to be dealt with. Sammy, rope break. That needs to be... Matt Hardy, chill. Chill. Fight Zack Ryder. Why is this such a hard problem for you? Leave me out of it. Steph, what are you doing, man? Sammy, what are you doing, man? I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. Now then, they had the match that was supposed to be at SummerSlam and was not. McIntyre versus Cedric. And that was a fun match as usual. And as I had predicted, Drew should have and did rightfully win that match. Stop having him lose. He's your big bad heel, right? Then you have him win matches. That's kind of just common sense. That's how it should work. And they have a problem with having it work that way, and I don't know why. I'll never understand why. They make their heels just job out almost all the time. It's really a problem. And who is it? Boomer Sooner! Boomer Sooner! It's good old JR! Sauce it! Good God Almighty! Jim Ross is here! What's happening? I can't see anything, so what's happening? Hurricanrana! And, alright, this is definitely only pinfalls. I was over the top rope there, and I am still in this match. Neck breaker with the slammy from Zack Ryder. Good for him. Good for him. Anyway, Steph is still in here. I don't know. Somebody get Steph. She has no health left. They don't want to attack her because she is a McMahon. So that's fun, I guess. The continued 24/7 shenanigans also now includes our first ever tag team co-champions in the Revival, who then lost to R-Truth, who is now a 12-time champion, who then lost to Elias. Man, R-Truth is going to be 16-time in like a couple of weeks. If this keeps going on the way it keeps going on, it's pretty funny, and I like it a lot. Now then, the biggest part of Monday Night Raw, the return, and Michael Cole losing his damn mind because he was able to finally say, it's boss time for the first time in like 4 months, and was like, could it be? Oh my, it is! Like, losing it just to be able to say, it's boss time. And here's Victor. Good for him. Go Victor. Yeah, I can't. Oh my God, Canadian Destroyer on Stephanie McMahon. That's nuts. That's not a thing you say out loud in a sentence, because it would never happen. Oh, RKO out of nowhere. And then she gets out of the ring. Really, Steph? Really? Really? Woo, woo, woo. Zack Ryder. Woo, woo. No! So yes, people were like, man, they had SummerSlam. There was the rumors of Sasha being in Toronto, and she was not at SummerSlam. What's gonna happen? Guess what? She was on Raw. And came back during Natalia's speech about her dead dad, which was a heel turn, and had the usual wig, tore it off, and had a blue wig, and she's a heel now, which, look, heel Sasha, always better than face Sasha, right? And you would have thought that being in Canada, even that would have gotten her booed, but they were chanting, thank you, Sasha, for taking out Natalya. Because look, even after 4 months, when you come back, and you come out as a face, because obviously anyone returning gets a face pop, and you do some heel stuff, if you're that over, and people like you that much, you're still going to get cheered. And then out comes Becky, and so that is your feud now, Becky and Sasha, and that should hopefully be super hype. I am just, don't drop that ball. Please, please don't drop that ball. And here comes Bobby Lashley. He's so happy. He's happy to be here, folks. Looks like money. Smells like money. Hit them with the pose. Bobby Lashley, hit them with the pose. Neck breaker on good old JR. Boomer sooner. 2. How, JR? How? I don't understand how. So I am looking forward now to Sasha and Becky getting it done. Main roster, Raw title, big ending on Jim Ross. 2. 3. Jim Ross is out of here with the big ending. So, no, Jim Ross. Spear from Jim Ross. Jim Ross. Jim Ross. Jim Ross. Oh, man. I had a finisher. And now it's just not going to get used because of the absolute cluster. Now then, Alexa and Nikki defended their belts, and that's kind of whatever. And then your main event, Rollins versus AJ. Champion versus champion ended up in a DQ, because of course it did. Stunner there on Zack Ryder. Because the OC was out there, and then who comes to help out? Seth Rollins, it's Ricochet and Braun Strowman. And so that, to me, says, oh, they're gonna have a six-man tag at some point, right? Because that's usually how that works. But no, instead, there was a challenge laid down for the U.S. title between AJ and Braun next week. Now, they teased Braun and Rollins there for a little bit, and we don't know yet who is going to be the next challenger for Seth at Clash of Champions, right? So that could be a thing. But if Braun beats AJ, and then AJ wants to challenge Seth, that would also not surprise me. Give Braun something to do, right? They've just been kind of wasting him. Like, he's the biggest guy you have. He does super impressive stuff. Give him something to do. Good God Almighty. This match has too many guys and girls in it. Good God. It's too much. It's too much. So that was kind of raw. Was alright. No complaints. In this Paul Heyman era of Raw, I obviously expect good things. Now, most significantly, there was no hide nor hair of Bray Wyatt or The Fiend. Now, I believe you should keep The Fiend special, right? Only have The Fiend at pay-per-views, and keep that being a super huge deal to see The Fiend. If you do it every week, it's gonna get boring, right? Like, it's cool, but it would get boring. Don't have The Fiend wrestling on Raw or SmackDown every week. But plenty of speculation that The Fiend not being on Raw might mean his next feud might be on SmackDown. So looking forward to SmackDown tonight. We're going to see Roman versus Buddy Murphy. But also, will we see a Firefly Funhouse? And who might it mention, if anyone? So that should be quite interesting to watch. Stephanie! Pin Stephanie! I gotta hit a finisher or something, man, because Steph is just gonna knock me out here. I have no health left. I have no health left. I was number 1 here. I was the first one in with Brock Lesnar. So, of course, I have no health left in this elimination 10-man battle royal thing. I took a breather. I got my meter up a little bit here. And somebody is gonna pay. Somebody is gonna pay. No! Why immediately double teamed? I need to make somebody pay. What the hell? There's too many guys in here. There's too many people in this ring to make anything happen constructively. It's pretty bad. Goldust has too much health. Way too much health. Oh! Steph finally Steph gets eliminated. It took that long to get her out of this match. That's crazy. That's crazy. Goldust gets a jackhammer. Attack Slug has a finisher. Someone needs to get finished here. Someone needs to get finished. No, hit the finisher, you idiot. Not the chokehold. Not the slug lock. I'm gonna lose it. Well, look, man. If he taps, He taps. But I don't think he will, because there's a rope break in this match. So that was a waste of my building a finisher for that long. Whatever, man. It is what it is. The Cagey veteran, Goldust, and Attack Slug gets disarmed by Goldust. Man, look, I lasted that long in that match, and then Goldust took me out. He is the crafty and wily veteran, and I will never, ever forget the name. Goldust. And that means it's time to simulate. And Goldust wins the match. So he is the best wrestler here on WWE Raw. Thanks, Goldust. Alright. And yet I'm not Universal Champion? I'll leave you to figure that one out. John Cena has always been scared of me, and I proved why he should be. So if I had won that match, would I have challenged John Cena? That's the question. I don't know. Goldust defied the odds to be the unlikely winner of that match. Samoa Joe renewed his deal on SmackDown Live. They canceled Raw next week. Mojo Rawley feeling good. Jason Jordan renewed his deal. Attack Slug booked to face Brock Lesnar in a multiple referee simultaneous match in the second week of June. Wow. Red Shoes died of a drug overdose. This game is weird. Let me tell you that much. Sean Oliver, my big break, gonna be an even bigger star. I don't want to be in an action movie direct to DVD. Sean Oliver, no. Nah, son. I'm on a wrestling show to wrestle, not to be in action movies. Kurt Angle. Kids all over the country are breaking their necks trying to imitate me and that slug driver. Do not try this at home. So speak out against it before it damages the reputation of Raw. Yes, okay, I will tell. Kids, don't try the slug driver at home. Seriously. It's dangerous. I am a trained professional. Booker T. I'm making no money on this deal right now. So, how much do you want? How much do you need? Give me 12 grand right now. Look, Book, I like you and all, right? I love your commentary. And you were King Booker. But the king should already have the money. So no. No. And we'll see. Will Booker turn on me? And if Booker turns on me, will Braun Strowman also turn on me? That's the question. And that might be answered tomorrow. We shall see. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos on this channel. Watch them. We'll see you then. And I'm out.